Hello. Recently, I saw a question from someone that was trying to figure out how to post data from an external table to an internal table based on some filter or variable. As an example of this, we have a client that has data that's stored in an external SQL table which they do not have access to. However, the people that created this application in SQL did provide them with a data dump of records. So they contacted us to take and import those values and then adjust their sales reporting each day based on the results that are in those external tables. So in this little example, we have one of the small tables that they dump out, which is a revenue center table. In this particular day, it has two records, Revenue Center 1, Revenue Center 2. In our database, we call them profit centers. So what we want to be able to do is fill in the values for the given day, showing the customer counts and the dollars for the profit centers that are represented. And we can actually have as many as we want, but in this particular case, we're showing just 4. So the code is attached to this button down here. When I click it, goes out and extracts the values from over here and brings them over here and posts them in. Now, that looks pretty simple in itself, and in Alpha software, that can easily be done with a posting rule. However, if you have a more complicated set of variables or controls, a posting rule may not work. So we want to look at how this can be done just by looking at each table and combining the values together. So we're going to go over here and bring up our little code page. Okay, we started by creating variables for each of the values that we want to represent in our database. Then we open up the table which we created from an import. They provided a CSV file. We converted it into a DBase file. Now, we go ahead and fetch through the records, and for each variable, we set a value from the external table. So we have counter, counter count, drive-through, drive-through count, pickup, pickup count, delivery, delivery count. After it fetches all the way through, our variables are set. Now we open up the table in our application, and same thing, we fetch through the table, and we say that if date 1 equals the variable business date, then make the change and process the information. So there you go. In some of these fields, we have this stuff remmed out because they don't exist in this example. But basically, this is all you have to do. So you process the external table or master table, set the values to variables, then you process the transaction table or internal table and assign those values to the appropriate fields. That's pretty much it. It's fairly simple and easy to do. I hope this was a help to you, and as always, if you need help with a specific database or having problems, contact us. We'd be glad to help. Have a great day.